Hey, boys and girls, it's Easter, and you know what that means? It means Jesus is alive. Do this with me. Put your hand out like this. Take this hand like this. Lay them together and go like this. Okay, do it again. All right, do it one more time. You know what that means? You just said Jesus is alive in sign language. It's also the sign for resurrection, but resurrection means today for us that Jesus is alive. So now you know a little bit of sign language. So last week we talked about Palm Sunday. And if you remember, that was the story about Jesus riding into Jerusalem on the donkey so that we can be reminded that Jesus is our Prince of Peace. And it was also the beginning of Holy Week. The end of Holy Week is really sad because that's when Jesus died. But 3 days after that event happened, some really cool things happened. So let's read a story about it. In the early morning on the third day after Jesus died, the sky was pink and red with the first light of the sun. The women didn't notice the sky. They hurried to the cave that contained Jesus' body. Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James, led the way. 2 others, Salome and Joanna, carried the spices to rub on the body of Jesus. They had a job to do. When the tomb of Jesus came into sight, they froze. Uh-oh. They had forgotten about the huge stone that sealed the opening of the cave. How would they be able to move it? The women kept going to the cave anyway, and as they came closer, the women could see that the stone had already been rolled away. They peeked inside. Ooh, it was dark in there. Brr, it was cold in there. Drip, drop, it was damp in there. Wait, what? It was empty in there. Jesus was gone. An angel appeared in sparkling white clothes. The glow from the angel brightened even the darkest corners of the cave. The women shielded their eyes from the blinding light. Don't be afraid, the angel said. Jesus isn't here. This is a place for the dead. Jesus is alive. Hurry, said the angel. Go tell the disciples. The women did not delay. They ran to tell Jesus' friends what they had seen and heard. On the way, they bumped into a man that they did not recognize. They thought he was a gardener. But when the gardener spoke, he said, "Hello, Mary." And immediately they knew that Jesus really was alive. The women hugged his feet and shouted with joy. "Go tell the others the good news that I am alive," Jesus said. "I will meet them in Galilee. I can't wait to see them again." The women had a new job to do now. They had to tell everyone Jesus was alive. So when Mary and the other ladies went to the tomb, they expected to find Jesus' body in the tomb. But that's not at all what happened. So let's think about it with this for just a minute. I have a bowl here, and you know what these are? That's right, they're eggs. So when I crack this egg open into this bowl, we know what to expect, right? Oh, see? This is what we thought. There was an egg inside there. So when Mary and the other ladies got to the tomb, they expected to find Jesus' body. But when they got there and they saw that the stone had already been rolled away and they peeked in, guess what? It was empty. Can you imagine how surprised they were? And then on top of that, an angel came and said, "You guys, you're looking for Jesus who is not here because this is a place for dead people, and Jesus is no longer dead. He is alive. Go tell everybody that you know. So they leave, and on the way, they bump into the man that they think is the gardener. And then when he speaks and says, "Hello, Mary," they know without a doubt that Jesus is alive. Can you imagine how excited they were? I don't think I would have even known what to do or say, but it would have been very exciting. So this week, when you're thinking about things, I want you to think about life and being alive and living. And what are some things that you have or know or do that make you think of life and living? And so what I thought we could do this week is, if you'll take a piece of paper and if you'll write your name down the side like I did, and then see if you can notice some things this week, or just think about some things this week that mean life or give life to you. And I'll just tell you what I put on mine. So the first letter in my name is a K, and I wrote the word kin, like my relatives, my kinfolk. I have some that really give me life, and I enjoy being with them and spending time with them and talking to them. For R, I put the word resurrection because it's Easter, and I'm excited that I get to use that word because I have that letter in my name. Then the first I put infants because I love babies. I want to hold all the babies because they are new life and they're just precious. S, I put the word spring because it's springtime, and this is when everything comes back to life on the earth. T, I put the word tacos because you have to eat to live, and I love to eat tacos. The second I in my name, I put the word iris, and iris is a type of flower, and I love all types of flowers. And then for the N, I put the word notebooks because I like to write. So things that happen in my life, I write them down in notebooks and kind of keep a journal. So this week, I want you to see if you can come up with some things that match your name that mean life or give life to you. All right? So before we go, let's bow our heads and say a prayer. Dear God, thank you for the cross. Thank you for the empty tomb. Thank you for Jesus and that he is alive. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy. We love you. Amen. All right, so I want you to enjoy your Easter day, and remember, he is alive.